To know. So what's the number 2 worst thing that you could do?
I think
dig there. I'm like, there's more. I know it.
Yeah, there is a lot more.
Hi guys. I am here today with the lovely Krista from Summit in a Box. If you guys have not heard of Krista, I'm going to let her introduce herself to you guys in just a second, but summits and bundles and all of these kinds of things are so popular right now. And they're beneficial for you as a contributor, you as a host, if you ever wanted to do them. They're just fantastic. So I'm going to let Krista introduce herself and her amazing courses and just tell us a little bit about summits.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be able to nerd out about this a little bit and answer some really great questions. Like you said, I'm Krista. I run a company called Summit in a Box, and we teach online business owners how to grow their business in really different ways through virtual summits. The reason that I started this business is because I ran my first summit in 2018 and it went so much better than I ever expected. Basically, it blew my mind and it really opened my eyes to the power of summits. Before that, I had seen it as a way to like get more visible, maybe get some new subscribers. I didn't realize just how many new subscribers you could get and how much easier it was than trying to like piece together all of these strategies you could possibly find to get a few subscribers here and there to make a significant amount of immediate income through the summit, but also lead people into what's next for you, whether that's a course or a service or whatever it is. I had no idea how natural that transition could be and like how it would just explode my business, as well as the momentum you build that continues not for months, but like literally for years after. Having thousands more people know who you are is mind-blowingly powerful. And like the results have not stopped paying off even from that first summit. The collaborations I've been able to do because of it, the bigger and bigger names who know who I am because of it that I've been able to collaborate with, like it is powerful. And being able to see that for myself kind of lit me on fire, honestly. I wanted to spread that message to other people. If little old me with a couple hundred subscribers on my email list could see this growth through a summit and help other people do that, that is what I wanted to do. And I have a very detail process-oriented mind. And a summit is a very big project that has lots of details and processes. And so it was very natural to me to put together all of the templates I created for my own summit. We literally have hundreds. We have over 1,000 templates actually in our programs, and be able to be like, here, please never host a summit from scratch. We will give it all to you. That's what I'm all about. That's what I do. Making summits easier for people to host, whether you're a big deal or just starting out, and getting people better results as they do it.
Kind of flipping things around again a little bit. What is the number 1 worst thing that someone can do as a contributor in a summit?
Okay,
so what are the top 5? If we can't narrow it down to 1.
I'll try to like, the worst thing you can do is how about this? The worst thing you can do is say yes to a summit that you're not actually excited to be a part of, because that's what leads to all the issues. It leads to you not really wanting to promote. It leads to you seeing like the task on your calendar to create your presentation and being like, I don't want to do that. And like pushing it back and either being late or being like, sorry, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Or you bust your way through it, make like a 50% effort in your presentation so it's not great. And then like you don't want to promote. Like all of those things as hosts that you know are just stressful, all comes back to someone saying yes to an opportunity that they probably shouldn't have. So worst thing you can do is saying yes to a summit that you didn't really want to say yes to. Good to know.
So what's the number 2 worst thing that you could do? I think dig there. I'm like, there's more. I know it.
Yeah, there is a lot more. But I think it really comes down to kind of the pieces I just really briefly touched on, but like being late on your due dates is really, really stressful for the host. And like, I even plan for it and it still ends up being stressful. I ask my speakers for their presentations 3 weeks before the summit starts, which probably seems just nuts to some people. They're like, why do you need it that far in advance? But the number 1 reason is because then when they're late, it's okay.
Yeah.
But also keep in mind that a host has a lot to do once they get your presentation. They have to like go through it and make sure it's decent. They have to get it loaded up onto the website for the free version of the summit. They have to get it loaded into the All Access Pass. transcripts and captions are a pretty big deal these days. They need time to create those things. A lot of people want to make worksheets or notes to go along with the sessions. Like, there was a lot of hours that get put into your presentation after you submit it. So when you submit it late, that is really, really hard on a host. So it's like one of the more harmful things you can do, where they're behind the scenes. They're like, is it coming? Should I pull them from the registration page? Should I pull them from promotional material? Do I need to like find someone else to fill this thing in the schedule? There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't think about as a contributor. So I would say that is like the number 2 thing. If we're going to go for number 3, I would say not promoting.
Yeah.
Just because, like, is the host benefiting through this? Yeah. But a good host is also trying their hardest to make sure their speakers are benefiting. And they can't benefit their speakers if their speakers aren't helping them do that. Yeah. So is the host benefiting? Yes. But also, like, you doing your part to make sure everyone else can benefit is really helpful as well. So when you don't do that, like, it affects everybody.
Yeah.
So
basically, stick to your deadlines and do what you said in your contract that you were going to do.
Yeah. And if there's something that you don't like, bring that up. Like, when someone pitches me for a summit and I know I can't promote during that time, I will always respond and be like, hey, this sounds great. If I want to be a part of it, I'd be like, I would love to be a part of it, but I cannot send 2 solo emails. Like, I just can't do it. I could maybe, like, I can put a PS in one of my regular newsletters. I can post on Instagram stories. Let me know if that's okay. So just be upfront with what you can do. Be realistic with yourself about what you can do and will want to do. And don't be afraid to, like, give them a counter offer. A lot of times they're going to actually say yes. So
I like that. I never in a million years thought about counter offering.
Yeah.
Well, now instead of saying no, that's what I'll be doing. So good to know.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here and talking with us today. This was so insightful, so helpful. Is there anything else that you want to share with us about where we can follow up with you or anything like that?
Yeah. So, I mean, the first thing you could check out is our quick start guide. We have a guide that, like, walks you through how summits can replace your slow growth strategies and just move you towards incredible launches with thousands of leads, lots of great money from the a la carte pass, and naturally lead to your offers. This guide specifically also kind of compares how you would generate 3,000 leads and 100K in revenue with and without a summit. And for some of you, that might be like, that is like, I could never do either of those things, but you're still going to get the idea of how hosting a summit compares to all of the other strategies we're used to hustling and piecing together for. And it also kind of walks through, like, the key pieces of hosting a summit that are going to lead to a really successful launch of the summit and whatever else you have to offer. So that would be a great place to start. Also, come find me on Instagram at Summit in a Box if you just have some, like, questions, want to connect, want to follow along. I'm over there way too often, so I would love to connect.
I feel that deeply. Krista, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing all of your knowledge. And hopefully a lot of us will be taking your vast knowledge and all of your templates and using them for hosting our own summits maybe someday.
I would love it. I would love to see it. And thank you so much for having me and all of the awesome questions. This was so fun. And I hope it was helpful.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.